You're watching ABC KAVU TV 25 Victoria.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for Community Crossroads. I'm Carolina Astrain. Here's a look at what's coming up on this week's show. We meet the stars of the upcoming local production of Legally Blonde, the musical. We also hear from the Cuero ISD Education Foundation, the City of Victoria, and Victoria ISD about community surveys and meetings we need to know about. So first, we welcome Loria and Kaden. Welcome to Community Crossroads.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We're excited to be here.
And so talk to me about what it's been like to work on Legally Blonde, the musical. What fun.
Yeah, it's been a great time. We have worked really hard and it feels like it has gone by really quickly, but I think we're, ready to roll. We're excited. It's been a blast so far. I think we're just eager to perform now.
Yeah.
And were y'all fans of the movie before coming on for the musical?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
What scene are you most excited about recreating?
I think the last scene for me, when she finally comes into the courtroom and is presenting herself as her own lawyer for the first time, I think for me that's probably my height of the show. What do you think?
Yeah. I think one of my favorites is Legally Blonde, which is kind of our intimate moment that the audience kind of gets to see Ellen and Emmett kind of finally see each other in like a different light than we see them for the first part of the show. So it's an intimate moment between the two of us, and it's a lot of fun to do on stage.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. And I'm excited for the musical numbers. That's new to people who have seen the movie, but maybe not the musical.
Yes, and they are, wild is an understatement maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of the dancing is it's amazing, but it is like high intensity, huge impact. It's going to be awesome.
And I know we're still in the midst of the pandemic, and fortunately with the rise in vaccinations, we're able to have performances again.
Yeah.
What has it been like preparing for a show this way?
Well, I think we are all just grateful that we have the opportunity to do anything because, we have not had that chance in a really long time. Obviously there's a lot of caution that goes into it and a lot of behind the scenes prep. But for me, it's just, I'm grateful that we get to do anything at all.
Yeah, and lucky for us, most of the cast is vaccinated, so we have been able to rehearse unmasked and kind of have a sense of normalcy with this rehearsal process.
What does that feel like as performers after a year of just waiting?
Relief.
Yeah.
I would say a huge relief. You kind of feel like, oh gosh, I'm finally able to do what I love to do and not be panicked about it.
It's also a little strange, honestly, coming into a rehearsal process and not having to wear masks and being that close with people, and it feels strange after a year of having to wear masks everywhere and stay away from people, and so it's been a little weird.
Definitely. I feel that way at the grocery store, even though we're reaching that percentage where it feels safe enough to be unmasked, but we have to stay on guard. And I know that this is different from our normal Theater Victoria shows. It's only for one weekend?
Yes, it's one weekend, and it's at the Victoria Fine Arts Center.
Excellent. I love the Fine Arts Center. It's a big stage.
Yeah.
So you really needed it for the technicalities for the show.
Yeah, it's huge, and so we just moved in there not too long ago this week.
Yeah.
And it's changed the game even a little bit for us now. We have a different energy and a different expectation now that we're in a new environment, and it's been great.
And what are y'all looking forward to about, the final days of rehearsal? What things are you polishing down?
Right now, I think it's just tightening up loose ends and making sure everything is exactly where it needs to be. But I feel like the final days of rehearsal, we will just have so much more anticipation because it's been so fun so far that we are just eager to do it for people. They haven't seen things in a while either. We're excited to perform, but we are more excited for people to get to experience it with us.
Very cool. Well, if you don't have your tickets already, here is the information you need to know if you want to go. You can go ahead and call 361-570-TKTS. TheaterVictoria.org is also a great resource. You don't want to miss it. It's only for one weekend. And so get yourself over to the website and find out how you can catch a show. And coming up, we also hear from Ashley Scott, Director of Communications and Public Relations for the Victoria ISD. Don't go anywhere.